December 2025, in the far north of the United States, hidden beneath endless forests and heavy snow, there was a forgotten town called Blackwood. It was the kind of place where every porch light went out by 10 p.m. No traffic, no voices, just the sound of wind pushing through towering pine trees. 5 miles outside the town sat Blackwood Lake, a lake so still that locals claimed it reflected things that didn't belong to this world. No one said it was haunted. No one claimed there was a monster living beneath the frozen water. They only repeated one warning. If you ever receive a phone call from Blackwood Lake after sunset, never answer it. Adam Parker, a 29-year-old investigative journalist from Chicago, didn't believe in ghost stories. His job was exposing urban legends. Every supernatural rumor had a logical explanation. At least, that's what he believed. When he arrived at Blackwood's only motel, the elderly receptionist looked at his driver's license. "You came here because of the lake?" Adam smiled. "That's right." The old woman's face turned pale. "Then leave tomorrow morning. Whatever you do, don't go there after dark." Adam laughed. "Why?" She stared at him for several seconds, then quietly slid the room key across the counter. "I hope you never find out." That night, at exactly 1:17 a.m., Adam's phone vibrated. Unknown caller. He smirked. This has to be someone's idea of a prank. He answered. Silence. Not complete silence. Breathing. Very slow, very cold, as if someone was standing outside in freezing air. Then, a young woman's voice whispered, barely audible, "Can you see me?" Adam frowned. "Who is this?" Nothing. The call disconnected. He immediately called the number back. His screen displayed only 4 words. "This number does not exist." Adam rolled his eyes. Nice trick. He locked his phone and went to sleep. The next morning, he visited the town library. Old newspapers dating back decades filled dusty shelves. One article kept appearing again and again. October 1989, a 19-year-old college student named Emily Carter disappeared near Blackwood Lake. No body, no evidence, no suspects. She simply vanished. But something else caught Adam's attention. Emily's parents claimed that every year, on the exact anniversary of her disappearance, at exactly 1:17 a.m., their home phone would ring. Whenever they answered, they heard only one sentence. "Can you see me?" Adam closed the newspaper. A coincidence, that's all it was. The elderly librarian, who had been watching him from across the room, slowly walked over. Without asking a single question, he quietly said, "You got the first phone call, didn't you?" Adam's heartbeat slowed. "How do you know that?" The old man looked toward the frozen windows. "Everyone asks me the same question." Adam stayed silent. The librarian continued. "The first night, she asks if you can see her. The second night, she says your name. For the first time since arriving in Blackwood, Adam felt uncomfortable. He returned to his motel room before sunset, locked the door, closed the curtains, then looked outside. Snow drifted silently across the empty street. Under the flickering street light, someone was standing there. A woman, white winter coat, long black hair covering her face, completely motionless. Adam quickly grabbed his camera, zoomed in, focused. The streetlight illuminated. Nothing. She was gone. His phone vibrated. Unknown caller. Again. This time, he answered immediately. Silence. Then, the same voice, but now it sounded closer, clearer, more human. Adam, every muscle in his body froze. He had never told anyone his name. His breathing became shallow. Then the voice whispered again, slowly, calmly, almost lovingly. You're looking at me, but I'm standing behind you. Adam's heart nearly stopped. The room was completely silent. Very slowly, he began turning his head. At that exact moment, every light in the motel room went out. Darkness swallowed everything. Only the glow of his phone remained. He looked at the screen. Call duration, 0 o'clock. The call had never connected. Then, if the call never connected, who had just whispered directly into his ear, "Don't turn around." Adam didn't move. His heart pounded so hard it hurt. The room was completely silent. Then, the motel lights flickered back on. Everything looked normal. The bed, the desk, the chair. No one was behind him. He laughed nervously. I'm losing my mind. He grabbed his camera and checked the photo he had taken of the woman outside. The streetlight was there. The snow was there. The empty road was there. But something made his blood run cold. At the very edge of the photograph, standing behind the motel window, inside his room, was the silhouette of a woman. Long black hair, head tilted unnaturally, watching him. Adam slowly looked toward the window. Nothing. Only his own reflection. He looked back at the picture. She was still there. The next morning, Adam tracked down the retired sheriff who had investigated Emily Carter's disappearance in 1989. His name was Walter Hayes. He lived alone in a weather-beaten cabin outside town. When Adam mentioned Emily's name, Walter immediately shut the front door. Go home. Adam blocked the door. I got the phone call. Walter's face lost all color. You answered it? Adam nodded. The old sheriff whispered, then it's already too late. Walter finally invited him inside. The cabin walls were covered with newspaper clippings, maps, old photographs. Every single missing person connected to Blackwood Lake, 32 people, across 37 years. None of them had ever been found. Walter pointed to one wall. Every victim had one thing in common. Each disappeared exactly 7 days after receiving the first phone call. Day 1, she asks if you can see her. Day 2, she says your name. Day 3, she appears where no one else can see her. Day 4, she begins appearing in mirrors. Day 5, she follows you in photographs. Day 6, only you can hear her breathing. Day 7, she doesn't take you. You follow her willingly. No signs of violence. No struggle. People simply walked into Blackwood Lake and were never seen again. Adam refused to believe it. This is mass hysteria. Walter stared at him. I said the exact same thing. Adam frowned. What do you mean? Walter slowly opened a drawer. Inside was an old photograph taken in 1994. It showed Walter standing beside 3 deputies. Behind them, near the frozen lake, was a young woman in a white coat, long black hair, her face hidden. Walter whispered, "I've been receiving the calls for 32 years." Adam looked up. "Why are you still alive?" Walter smiled, but it wasn't relief. It was guilt. Because I never answered the second call again. That night, exactly 1:17 a.m., Adam's phone rang. Unknown caller. He knew he shouldn't answer, but curiosity won. He accepted the call. A long silence. Then, Emily spoke. This time, her voice sounded almost normal, soft, gentle, as if she were standing beside him. "Adam, why won't you look at me?" The line went dead. At that exact second, his motel bathroom door slowly creaked open. No one had touched it. From inside the dark bathroom, he heard breathing, slow, steady, getting closer. Then, a single wet footprint appeared on the bathroom floor. Then another, leading toward him, but no one was there. Adam couldn't breathe. He looked toward the mirror. His reflection was standing perfectly still. He wasn't. His reflection smiled. Adam stumbled backward. His reflection didn't. It simply stood there, smiling. Slowly, its smile stretched wider than any human face ever could. Then, it whispered, without opening its mouth, "You finally noticed me." The bathroom light exploded. Glass rained across the floor. When Adam looked back, the mirror was shattered. His reflection was gone. He didn't sleep. At 6 a.m., he drove straight to the county records office. He wanted proof, something rational, something real. The archives contained every missing person's file. 32 victims, 32 investigations, 32 dead ends, until he noticed something impossible. Every victim had visited Blackwood for a different reason. Some were hikers, some were photographers, some were fishermen, some were tourists. They had nothing in common, except every one of them had written the exact same sentence in a journal, phone note, or voice recording before disappearing. "I don't think she's following me anymore." Adam frowned. That sentence didn't make sense. If she wasn't following them, why did they disappear? He borrowed the original case files, hidden inside Emily Carter's evidence box. He found an old cassette tape. No label, no date. The sheriff had never listened to it because it was too badly damaged. Adam found an antique recorder at the library. The tape hissed with static. For almost a minute, nothing. Then, Emily's frightened voice. "If someone finds this, please don't believe her." Heavy breathing. "I thought she wanted help. I thought she was trapped." A loud splash echoed in the background. Then Emily began crying. "She doesn't copy your body." A pause. "She copies your memories, more static. If you answer the calls, everyone else slowly forgets who the real you is." Adam's stomach dropped. Emily whispered one final sentence. "When she finally leaves the lake, you'll be the one trapped inside it." The tape stopped. That evening, Adam returned to his motel. The receptionist looked at him strangely. "Can I help you, sir?" Adam forced a smile. "I checked in 2 days ago." The woman frowned. "I'm sorry. I've never seen you before." Adam laughed nervously. "Very funny," She didn't laugh. She genuinely looked confused. His phone buzzed. A text message from his younger sister. "Who is this?" Adam's fingers froze. He replied immediately, "Adam, your brother." 3 dots appeared, then vanished. Finally, a reply, "I don't have a brother." At that exact moment, every framed photograph hanging in the motel lobby fell from the walls. Glass shattered across the floor. In every broken picture, someone had been scratched out. Not with a knife, not with ink. It was as if that person had never existed in the first place. Adam slowly raised his shaking hands. His wallet, his driver's license, his press ID, his family photo. Every picture of him was blank. Only the background remained. Then his phone rang. Unknown caller. He didn't answer. The voicemail arrived seconds later. He pressed play. There was no breathing this time. No whisper. Only his own voice. Crying. Begging. Over and over again. "Please don't let her become me.